because me and you we went through all 10 years, and we said, you know what, this game is game of the year this year. This is my favorite game of this year. I
Yeah.
want to hear your list, and we'll compare it to what I have, and we'll kill each other.
So are we doing it? Are we doing it one at a time like we did with the Game
Yeah,
Awards, or are we
let's do
doing
it.
all at once?
Yeah,
All
let's do
right.
it one at
So
a time.
let's start off with 2010.
2010. What music was out during 2010?
Would it have been Daft Punk? Get Lucky, maybe.
That was 2010? I don't think that
Maybe.
was 2010.
I
Like
might be way off there.
with
2010
with
songs.
Pharrell. How old were you? Like 4?
I was 6. You said that last time as well. But I was going to mention that because of me being so young, I haven't played like all the games from every single one of these years.
Yeah.
So there are going to be some gaps. But 2010 was California Girls by Katy Perry,
Oh
Love the Way You
God.
Lie, Eminem, Forget You, CeeLo Green, Rolling in the Deep, Adele, Firework, Katy Perry,
Hmm.
Runaway by Kanye West.
Oh yeah. His album My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came out.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so what music? Well, what games were you playing listening to this music, basically?
Yeah. So my game of the year for 2010 is Mario Galaxy 2.
Mario
Now,
Galaxy 2.
this
Okay.
came out on both the Wii, and then I believe it got a port to the Wii U when the
Mhm.
Wii U came out.
Mhm.
But I absolutely love the Mario Galaxy games.
Good
Just
games.
the level design was really interested in them.
Mhm.
I feel like the level design in 2 was much better than 1, which I think is a bit of an unpopular opinion. But I think
Mm.
they definitely took the few years between the two games and really refined what was so good about 1. The one thing I would say about 2 is that the map is a lot less interesting. In the first one, you sort of have like a hub world, whereas in
Yeah.
this, it's kind of like your normal 2D Mario map that you walk around. But
Right.
it's a very colourful game, very fun to play. The controls are smooth as silk. Everything feels really good to control. Did
Mhm.
you play this?
I played the first one. Played Mario Galaxy 1, which came out. Did that come out in 09 or 08?
Uh, one of the two.
One of the two. Yeah, you were probably 0. When
Oh, shut up.
no, I played the first one. Didn't play the second one because at that time in 2010 I wasn't really playing Nintendo games as much. So I missed out on like playing a whole bunch of like games like Twilight Princess and stuff. So I kind of missed out on that Legend of Zelda game. But my 2010 pick is actually Halo Reach. Now,
Oh, okay. I
yeah.
thought you were gonna say something else.
No. It's Halo Reach. And this is a hard one for me because at that time you had Red Dead Redemption, you had Mass Effect 2, and then you had God of War 3, which all those games are amazing in their own right. But I say Halo Reach strictly because like it's still the only game I can play online all the time, consistently, and I love the story, and I thought it was a genuinely good game away from your traditional Master Chief story. So it's Halo, and it's my favorite shooter. It's one of my favorite shooters of all time. So I absolutely love it.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm also doing an article
Um,
on this on the We Talk website, so it should be up by tomorrow, hopefully, and you guys can check that out in a little bit more depth of my picks.
I will also do that. Just
Nice.
one other shout out to a game that came out this year. You did just mention it, but I feel like we're talking about it. We gotta at least mention Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
Real
Red
good
Dead
game.
Redemption.
PS3. I was really hoping for a PS4 port at some point. I would
Yeah,
have
they
wanted
never
one
got
like
around to
around
that,
the
and I
time
don't
that
even.
2 came out.
They didn't even do PC.
Yeah, well, the issue with it at the time was like the code behind it was so messed up and like janky the way they developed it that they could barely get it on the consoles at the time.
Wow.
And so they tried to do a PC port at the time, but again the code was so just weird that they couldn't fit it over. And then because the PS3 and Xbox 360 have like a completely different infrastructure to the PS4 and
Yeah.
Xbox One, they
Hmm.
just couldn't do it probably. But
Mm.
like that's mental that like I would have loved to see them do something, but maybe with the Xbox Series X and the PS5 we'll see them maybe upgrade like do like a remaster or like a complete remake or something.
Yeah, that would be great. I didn't know that though. Like, wow. The more you know, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. 2011,
Mm-hmm.
Batman Arkham City is my one. I got this game. I actually played the Wii U version, which I didn't even know existed until I got it. Which is so I'm not sure if I played like a significantly downgraded version.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you, but honestly, even if I did, I loved this game. I loved it so much. Sequel to one of my favorite games of all time, Arkham Asylum. I only played it about a year ago, but it's
Yeah.
just one of my favorite games. I'm a massive Batman fan,
I do
and
like those
this game
Batman
just
games.
hits the nail on the head.
Yeah. I do like those Batman games. They're really good. So there was a bit of silence from me because your pick is crap, to be honest with you. In
It is not.
2011, there's only one game.
I know what you're gonna say. I'm ready to boo it. I'm
There's
ready to boo
only
it.
one game to pick from, and it's Todd Howard's baby.
Boo.
Of course, Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I mean, come on
No.
now. You're talking
No.
about a game. Look, and you know what, Niall? I can't wait for you to read the article because I'm gonna probably say the same exact thing. It's a game that has innovated the way we play open world games. It's a game that innovated the way that developers have made open world games. When you look at Red Dead Redemption 2, they took from Skyrim. This game has maintained relevancy for 9 years due to mods and remasters to many consoles, and it's a game that, I mean, obviously you already know what I'm gonna pick for like game of the decade, and this game is just phenomenal. It's amazing. It is amazing. I don't know why you're not into it. Because you was like 4 at the time. I don't know. But
Yeah, well, that was a really good description of Breath of the Wild he just did. One issue has not been out for 9 years, so I don't know where you're getting that from, but
that is funny. That is real funny. But yeah, there goes the first one. There goes the first one where you just
I've not, and I think I said to you it might have been off air, but I want to give it another chance. But I tried to play it 3 times on 2 different consoles, and I couldn't get into it. It's I don't care about the big dragon. I go to the town and all I hear is just "Hey there, traveler" over and over again. Like it's just I don't
I
it's
feel
just,
like
it's
with
outdated.
the same thing, it is without mods. It is very Skyrim is actually starting to show its age now. It really is. But without mods, like it's not unplayable, but you should have mods. But I feel like what console did you play it on? Like because you played it recently. Like you didn't play it back in like 2013 or something. You played it like what, 2018?
I played it in like 2015, I think,
2015. Okay.
on the Xbox, and then I played it again on the Switch last year, I think. And I just, I mean, that water looks pretty good, but other than that, like,
I think you have to have played it like during the time it was out, like because when I played it literally like in March of 2012, so it just came out in the November, and no, I played it in May, and I just graduated high school, and like that took my whole summer, like that game completely decimated my whole entire summer. Like I was like making pallets on the floor playing it, and I would fall asleep playing it. Like I loved it to death. Like I loved Skyrim. Like it was an amazing game. So maybe it's the Ocarina of Time thing. Maybe you got to play it like when it was booming. You know, it could be that. But yeah, during the time I played it, it was great. Cause I play it now, and I'm like, all right, I gotta stop playing this for a little bit.
yeah. Well, I do want to quickly mention Ocarina of Time. I played a bit more of it, and I got past a certain point, and I'm kind of starting to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting back into it. I think that it was just a little bit where, especially because I was trying to play it for YouTube.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't the best idea. Yeah, I'm starting to get back into it. I think it's picking
Good.
up the pace a little bit.
Good.
So we'll see how I feel about it in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I don't think you'll get to where I am with it, but as long as you can admit, no, that's a good game, I'll be alright. So,
I respect it as a good game now. I think.
Yeah, it's awesome
for now.
So
I've always corrected,
2012.
as I said that. 2012, I have CS:GO, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Incredible game. I'm not usually massively into multiplayer games, but I picked it up. Must have been about 9-10 months ago, because it became free on Steam, because
Yeah.
Steam's obviously Valve's own service and Valve makes CSGO.
Right.
But it came out for free, and I've just been absolutely loving it since. And that's even with me playing it on a Mac. Like, it shows that anything can be possible when a game is good enough. It doesn't matter what console you play Skyrim on, it's still bad. But it's just absolutely incredible. I prefer to play it with mates than going on any public servers, because it's just them kids shouting in Russian at you. But when playing it with mates, it's so much fun. Some of the jokes you can make. There's some really good online modes. Like, there's one where it's like, I think it's quite similar to a Call of Duty mode, where you start off with a pretty bad gun, and then the more people you kill, the better gun you get, and you slowly rank up
Right.
until you've got like the golden knife, and you have to use that knife to kill someone, then you win the game. There's also like this sniper mode where the only gun you can use is snipers, but you've all got like mega zero gravity jumps, and it's just cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's so much to do in this game. I've wasted hours and hours on it.
And it's one of the best like esports games too. It's really entertaining to watch. And I think I remember watching a documentary on these guys from Brazil that like moved to like Santa Monica, California, and they joined a team and they played that game for 14 hours a day, and they had positions. Like, I mean, it was a lot, like everything they went through to become a team and like be as good as they got. Like, it was a lot. And but the game does look fun. It looks like a lot of people take it really serious.
Yeah, well, to me, it's what I always wanted Call of Duty to be. Like, I do have a Call of Duty game on this list. I'm not just
Wow.
on Call of
Okay.
Duty there.
I can't wait to hear which one that is. So me, I don't think me and you are gonna fight over 2012. I think me and you. I think I respect your pick enough. Mine, I don't think people really saw this one coming. At the very tail end of 2012, there was a game called Far Cry 3.
Yes.
Yep. It is Ubisoft's best effort at a game, period, I think. I think when you look at how Ubisoft makes games, and they make every game basically the same with the same outline, this was the best of it. And this was a game that one of my first games I ever really played, where like it's a first-person shooter, but it has like these RPG elements along with this really good story that really felt like you were really in trouble. Like, I really got scared playing this game, because it's like Voss he's one of the best villains ever in a game. He has to be top 5, because the guy who played him really brought that level of insanity, and the things that happened in that game just really made me feel some type of way with the character, who I think his name was Jason Brody or something. But I mean, that game really made you feel like, oh my God, like this dude is serious. And then on top of that, they had like those little series on YouTube where like he's like sticking people's heads or their whole body in the sand, and then putting like a tarantula in a bowl and putting the bowl on his head and stuff like that. They were doing stupid stuff like that. But yeah, I love Far Cry 3. It's the best Far Cry game. It's one of the best Ubisoft games.
Yeah, I've not played it, but I really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Oh, I've spilt the water again.
What is your problem with
I'm
this?
putting it away. I'm moving it away from me. I don't deserve it. Ugh,
That's right. What you get for talking about Skyrim. I bet you Todd Howard's behind you like, yeah, got you again.
He's knocking it over when I'm not looking. There's water everywhere.
Oh my God, Niall.
Hang on, I need to move my laptop because it's going to get everywhere.
I'm just...
Right.
This episode is called Spilled Water. I'm just...
Well, I would, but then it won't get any views. Like,
if there's any water company listening, just sponsor us.
Well, if what's the brand of water?
In America, we got a few. We got Aquafina.
Well, this one I've got right here is called Crystalline Water. So if Crystalline Water wants to sponsor us, please go ahead.
Yeah. That would be a funny promotion. Like, you would just be like, hey, my name is Niall Edwards. I'm not doing your British voice, but it's like, hey, my name is Niall Edwards, and when I'm doing We Talk, I like to spill crystal, whatever the hell that is, on me while I'm doing it. Like I'm
we could do that thing where, you know, when like a big movie comes out, like a Star Wars or something, and they have like the characters on the side of the bottle, they could put armies on the side of the bottle.
Hey, perfect. Hey, hey, this is a big opportunity for that company. They need to get with it.
Guys, get on it. Get on. Everyone listening to this, get on Twitter. See if Crystalline Water's got a Twitter account. Tweet at them. First of all, update your logo because it looks like it's from the 80s, and then get We Talk to sponsor you.
Nice. 2013,
Right.
Niall.
2013.
Yeah.
You wanted to know what Call of Duty game it was? I've got here Call of Duty Ghosts. Now,
Really?
this was a real tough year for me to pick from because there was a lot this year.
Mm-hmm.
So my full list is actually Call of Duty Ghosts, Tomb Raider, and Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah.
But I do want to focus in here on Call of Duty Ghosts. It came out, it was the first Call of Duty on PS4. It also came out on PS3, I believe.
Yeah, it did.
Funnily enough, this is the one people don't seem to like too much. But I'm not sure if that's because of the multiplayer or the campaign. I have only played the campaign, and I absolutely adored it. Like, it's got this real interesting story. The level design is really interesting. There's some great places to like hide under. There's this one, the dog in it. There's this dog that you can. Oh, it's so cool. It follows you around. There's some levels where you have to like be near the dog. It's cool. There's like the dog has a camera on its back, and you get to control the dog in one level. It's sick.
Wow.
Right, if there is a dog in a game, it automatically becomes my game of the year for that year. So, CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk. It's not too late to add a dog in. So,
wow, perfect. Well, so my homie,
I love this game.
Jay, who does the So Dojo podcast with me, he says like Black Ops has an amazing campaign also.
Dog. Oh,
dog. Yeah, probably the dog too. But the campaign is like great. Like it's something that is very different in shooters. So I believe that. I really believe that. My pick is The Last of Us.
Yeah, that was another one this year that I was tempted to put in.
Yeah, I saw GTA 5. You got the Tomb Raider reboot, which was great. The Last of Us just did it for me. I mean, we just they just released it on PlayStation 4 for free about 2 months ago for the PS if you have the PlayStation Plus and stuff. But no, I've recently played it again, and it's still just so emotionally good. Like, because it's just it's a sad story. The characters are great. You can really get behind them. They're very believable, and the gameplay is good. And I can't wait for The Last of Us Part 2. So, yeah, The Last of Us for 2013. That's what's up. I think me and you for 2014 are definitely going to be on opposites here.
We'll just quickly with The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those games that are on my pile of shame where I've played the first maybe hour, 2 hours of it, and I really liked it, but I haven't had the time to go back in on it.
Yeah.
I do want to just quickly touch on, you mentioned it, I've got the Tomb Raider reboot on my list for 2013.
Yeah.
That was on Game Pass where I played that. I love Xbox Game Pass so much.
Oh, so good.
But
so good.
it's a really, really good game. Some of the controls can be a bit janky at times. Other than that, really, really fun. And then also Super Mario 3D World, purely for just how beautiful some of the level design is in that.
Nice.
And there's some really good boss fights with Bowser that I love.
That Tomb Raider game was really good, but I think over the course of the other two, I think Laura became a very bland character, because in the first one, like, she was in her depth, like she was like the new, she was getting into being the Tomb Raider or whatever, and voyaging or whatever you call it, raiding the tombs. And then, like, I don't know, I played the third one, I'm like, why is she such a bland character? Like, she has no emotion. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, I haven't played any of the second two.
Yeah.
I know they're on Stadia. Woo! So
oh my god,
that's me never playing them. Just for the record, if a game ever touches Stadia, I'm not playing it on any platform, just so I can stay as far away from Stadia as possible.
Oh my god.
Wanted to get Football Manager 2020. I can't now. It's been ruined for me.
Oh wow.
That's not true. I'll play any game. I don't care. I'll get Stadia at some point. I'm a sucker. But 2014. I want to see you lead in with this one because my pick is probably a bit controversial.
Okay, so I'm going with Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah, an EA game, I know. I liked Dragon Age Inquisition. Out of all the other games, I understand if someone wanted to make a case for Dark Souls 2, I'd understand. If somebody wants to say Shadow of Mordor, I really understand. But I really liked Dragon Age Inquisition. It was really cool, kind of having your own Inquisition and kind of making that work. I liked a lot of the characters. I found the gay mage pretty funny too. Um, of course,
What?
yeah. EA had to go all. This is the first gay character and da 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 da, all that crazy stuff. But yeah, it was a really good game. Some people don't like it for some reason, but I mean, it won Game of the Year that year. But I really liked it, and I think it deserved Game of the Year.
Right. My one is, and I know people are gonna hate me for this, saying I can't pick this as a game of the year. I don't see why not. It's Mario Kart 8.
Oh wow,
Incredibly fun game.
yeah,
A lot of people would say a Mario Kart can't be a contestant for game of the year. It's too shallow. If I have fun with it, that's all that matters to me.
yeah. It's
And
your
this was
opinion.
my favorite game that I played of that year.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I don't see any problem with that.
you better not. I'll drop the mic. I dropped my mic.
Oh my goodness.
I'm using a different mic to talk to you, Curtis, so
Mm-hmm.
you won't have heard that. But when you listen back to the episode, you'll just hear me going, "You better not." Boom. So,
What happened?
what did he do?
That's funny. 2015.
Right. I've got here Star Wars Battlefront.
Come on.
So,
Niall, Jesus.
EA game, I know. Note, not Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I
I would
understand.
never put that anywhere near my list.
Right.
But I would. It's a pretty good game. But I genuinely, to this day will defend Star Wars Battlefront 2 to some extent. But Star Wars Battlefront, I love this game. Maybe not for the content itself,
Yeah.
but just for the memories I have of it. On top of that, like, I literally, until Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out 2 years later, I played this almost every day. And my memories of it range from me playing it every night with my friends to me literally for like a solid year, instead of waking up at like 8 o'clock for school like I normally do, waking up at 6:30, making a pancake, making myself a cup of tea, sitting down and playing this just for
Wow.
an hour before school. And
Wow.
it's just memories like that that just are incredible.
Mhm.
And I love playing skirmish on it. I love playing multiplayer. Heroes versus villains was incredible. There was no real single player campaign to it, which was a shame because I reckon that would have absolutely ruled. But I love everything about this game. The character design is really good. All the characters are insanely well balanced. It's not broken like Star Wars Battlefront 2 can be sometimes. Microtransactions don't affect anything other than cosmetics too much.
Yeah.
So I think this is the perfect multiplayer Star Wars game. And I do like Star Wars Battlefront 2's story mode. I don't like the multiplayer as much because it was riddled with microtransactions at launch, and they did try and correct it, but there was a lot of issues with that.
Yeah.
But Star Wars Battlefront 2 single player is incredible. I haven't played Fallen Order yet, but if that's anything like the Battlefront 2 single player, I'll be 100% okay with that game.
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
Star
it's
Wars
like
Battlefront-
way better. It is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
way different. than
exactly.
better, yeah.
But,
Funny.
Star Wars Battlefront 2015, my game of the year.
Okay. Yeah, that's a funny pick. I liked that one. I did play a good bit of it. I did like it. Not enough to be like, Nah, 2015, The Witcher 3. I mean, there's nothing else I could say about that. I mean, it's an amazing game. I'm playing it again right now. The dialogue in that game is absolutely amazing. The characters, they're so easy to get behind. The open world is phenomenal. The lighting is absolutely superb. Like I don't think there's any lighting better in any other game than this game. And yeah, it's literally one of the perfect games, one of the best games to actually come out in the last 10 years. I think Mario Maker is a good one to say. I have never really played Mario Maker, but I know that a lot of people like Mario Maker. And then
that's in my honorable mentions for this year. And I just want to quickly mention I was so tempted to put Witcher 3 in, but it would have been the only game in this list that I haven't played that I put on, so I didn't really want to do that.
I got you.
I'm desperate to play it soon.
Yeah.
It's coming to Game Pass, so the moment I get my Xbox, I'm gonna be all over that game.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be sick on Game Pass. It's gonna be sick to
Yeah.
play. And then
the TV show comes out on Friday, doesn't it? on
Oh, it
Netflix?
does it?
Yeah, it's
Does
Friday.
it? Oh,
At least in the UK.
oh, I can't wait to watch it. Another one I have is Bloodborne. Bloodborne is actually one of my favorite PlayStation exclusives. I love that game. It's so good. It has that. I really like Victorian age Europe and stuff like that. So that game kind of takes place in that era. So I really, really, really love the world of it. I like that, how the whole plague stuff and the vampires and stuff, all that stuff is really cool. So yeah, a really good game. But The Witcher 3 is 2015 for me.
Yeah, one more honorable mention that I wanted to just slam in here is, I should have said slam like that, is Splatoon. Splatoon is so
The first
good.
one.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, never played this for the first one, but I love Splatoon.
Real good. But just not quite Game of the Year worthy.
Yeah, love Splatoon 2. Love it. So cool. 2016, mine.
Oh, jeez. Hang on. Oh, no.
I was like, what?
Sorry. My volume just went up like somehow. Oh, I dropped my mic now. My volume just somehow went up like 600%.
Yeah.
So I tried to put the Celtic game on in the background, and all of a sudden it was just like the commentary. It was so loud.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've just little insight for the listeners. I've put the Celtic game on my Mac, so I can now watch it in the background.
What were we on? 2016. 2016 was a weird one. I mean, I like the games. I just feel like it's kind of a weak lineup, but I think I know which one yours is gonna be, and I kind of agree with it too.
Okay. What do you think it's gonna be?
I think it's gonna be Overwatch.
Oh, okay, right. Overwatch is my honorable mention. I was this close to putting it in.
Yeah.
But
You're going with
actually,
Doom.
it's Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Doom.
Yeah. I knew you was going with Doom because that was a good game too. I'm actually going with Uncharted 4. This is not because I don't like Overwatch, don't like Doom, don't like Titanfall 2. That has nothing to do with it. It's literally, I literally just said, screw it, Uncharted. I'll just throw it on there. But, and it's because it's the only one that I've played more than any of the other ones. I haven't really played Overwatch before. I've played a little bit of Doom, and I played a medium-sized amount of Titanfall 2, but I played a good bit of Uncharted 4. So I'm going to go with Uncharted 4, Nathan Drake. It's a great game.
Yeah. With Doom, I find the graphics are just incredible. The story is hit or miss. I guess they never miss her, but it's.
Are you kidding me?
I'm so sorry.
Did you really just do that? Like now?
But the story, it's just there to sort of get you from point A to point B.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hit or miss. I guess they never miss her. I did the same joke
You
again.
have to do it again.
But yeah, I absolutely love the game. It's one of my favorite games of all time, I reckon. It's just so fun. Doing gory kills or glory kills or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Just watching Doomslayer rip open some demon's head. It's incredible. I love it so much.
I like it. 2017.
Breath of the Wild. And if you say anything else, I'm ending the podcast right now so I can watch this Celtic match. I will not hesitate. I've got other stuff to be doing. If you don't say Breath of the Wild, I swear. Come on, Curtis.
It's Breath of the Wild.
No, I was this close. Oh
no, of course it's Breath of the Wild. Like, why would it be Mario Odyssey or Horizon Zero Dawn? Like, Mario Odyssey is great, but Breath of the Wild did something completely different. And Breath of the Wild took down all the barriers. And Breath of the Wild is just what an open world game should be. And it did exactly what it was set up to do. And like I said before the podcast, the game, it's amazing how the game just gives you one objective: defeat Ganon. And you have to figure out how you want to do it. And the game doesn't necessarily have any stats with it, so you can kind of basically do whatever the hell you want. And you are learning as much about this world as Link is. And it really shows within the memories and how the game navigates you through the world. And it's just a stellar, one of the best games ever created. I'm just gonna say.
100%.
It is phenomenal. It begs for more playthroughs, and it's an A1. It is 10 out of 10. It's an amazing game. Amazing.
Breath of the Wild is what your delirious little brain thinks Skyrim is. This game is incredible.
It is.
From start to finish. And that's the thing. You can decide where the finish is. It can be 20 minutes in. It can be 50 to 100 hours in. It is so incredibly fun and open. It just lets you do anything. All of the NPCs are scripted so incredibly. all I want to do is run around towns and talk to people. I've completed this game 5 times. It's the only game I've completed more than 3 times. It's just so fun. The combat is perfect. Like, it pauses for
It's
like
so
a couple
good.
seconds when you hit an enemy, just for like dramatic effect, and that slight little pause it does just adds so much, and it's so perfect. People were saying it's lagging, and I do kind of see what they mean, but it's never affected me too much that's been distracting.
Yeah.
All of the environments are done so well.
Mm-hmm.
Everything feels so realistic. The characters are funny when they need to be and serious when they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
There is not a single thing about this game that I don't like. It's just, it's so good. It is so good.
Also with the I just like how the elements work with each other so well.
Yeah. The physics engine.
Engine.
They did incredibly.
It's amazing. Like, you could be fighting a dude with a fire sword, and all of a sudden your leaf is on fire, and I mean, there's so much stuff that could happen. So many things that can happen. And you know what's funny? It's unpredictable. Like, what game? Skyrim.
Shut up. The first don't you compare them. The first time that I realised that I could put wood and flint down and hit it with a metal blade and that starts a fire, like starts a campfire, it blew me away.
Yeah.
Like, some of the things you can get differences between a cooked apple and a baked apple.
Exactly.
Like, that's how incredibly deep they went. Like, it's so good.
And it's not, it doesn't feel scripted either. Like, it feels like, oh, I just did that. Like, and I did it.
Yeah.
No, probably somebody else didn't do that. Like, I did that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I was reading this guy saying, like, it was on a YouTube comment, and it's the shrine where you've got to get, there's a path of energy, and it's got to get from point A to point B. And so you're meant to do it by, like, shooting some arrow or setting up some fire thing or something.
Mm-hmm.
What they did was they just made, like, a line of metal weapons from one bit of electricity to the other, and because metal conducts, it sent the electronic current through all the way.
Wow.
And it's just little things like that.
Wow.
It's just incredible.
That's crazy.
The fights against guardians are so intense because you can get ancient arrows, but that doesn't always take them out in one hit. So there is that element, and especially, but like, ancient arrows are so difficult to come by. You can't just go boom 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 and spam it with ancient arrows to get rid of it quickly. You've got to be strategic. You've got to strike at the right points. The way that when you hit enemies in the eye, like, that's such a staple part of the game, that if you're shooting an enemy with an arrow, the fact that hitting it in its eye does more damage isn't something that's necessarily revolutionary.
Yeah.
But the way they build it into the world and then put it in the final boss battle as well, it's perfect.
It's so good.
In my opinion, it is the perfect game. And I am so insanely excited for Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, I can, as we know from multiple podcasts, we could definitely tell. Nah, I mean, you're absolutely right. Real quick, honorable mentions. Of course, Mario Odyssey. Didn't play a lot of Mario Odyssey though. Horizon Zero Dawn, really good game. But I think for that game being an open world game to come out right next to Legend of Zelda was kind of funny, because it's like that game kind of has walls you can't really climb or this and that, and Legend of Zelda say do anything. But no, it was a great game.
Horizon Zero Dawn. I've mentioned it every single episode, I think, but I've got a still unopened copy of it on my shelf, just staring at me. I'm going to keep giving an update on that game, whether it's still sealed or not. And let me tell you, it's wearing that plastic wrap like a game that's not been opened.
Like a game that's not been opened. So yeah. So you guys, as you can tell with the few descriptions that we have so far, you can tell who's going for what game for game of the decade.
Yeah. Like you said, also, Mario Odyssey, another incredible game that year. I played it from start to finish. There's some challenges in the post-game that can get insanely difficult, like on the dark side of the moon and the darker side of the moon, which, they're insanely challenging.
Yeah.
And a lot of fun, and you get some good rewards for doing them as well.
Nice. I'm about to play Legend of Zelda, man. I'm about to pick it up. As soon as I get this drifting with my controller done.
Ooh. Do you not have a Pro Controller?
Nope.
Dude, get on that. They're incredible.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one, and I'm gonna get like new joysticks or whatever, Joy-Cons.
You have a GameCube controller though, don't you?
I do.
With the adapter, you can play Breath of the Wild with that and see how it goes.
I bet you I'd be really good at it.
Well, I've done it before,
yeah.
and it's not as difficult as you think it would be. There's a couple of times where it's difficult because of the way like sprinting and jumping's on, I think it's Y, and then sprinting's on B.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to like reach over to the other side rather than just sort of like rolling up like you can.
I got you.
On the Joy-Cons, but
yeah, I got you.
It's still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
2018. Do you want to go to 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
What a year! We were saying this before the show, but what a year this was.
Yeah, really good. Really good.
My game of the year for this year would have to be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
PlayStation 4.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider does.
The funny thing
is... It's a guy anytime. It's a guy with a building. Watch out! Spider-Man is a menace to the neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
Did that joke go on for too long?
It did. It's alright. It's alright. I forgot about Spider-Man. Yeah, good game. Spider-Man was a really good game. Mine is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, well, that's one of the ones in my honorable mentions. I mean, with Spider-Man, for me, I'm a massive Spider-Man fan. The swinging physics in that game were incredible.
So good.
The story was really compelling.
So
Introducing the Sinister Six in the first game seemed like it'd be a massive challenge, but it did it to perfection.
Yeah.
All the characters were written so well. It's I think the only time I've ever cried at a video game.
Oh, wow.
When major spoilers, so just skip forward like 20 seconds here. But at the end, when Aunt May dies, I was genuinely crying.
That was sad.
Real tears.
That was sad. And it shows that Insomniac isn't scared to get rid of important characters. And it shows that, like, we don't really know what's coming with more Spider-Man games. Because that was a very big risk, and they took it, and it was really good. And seeing it at the end, it seems like we're going to finally see Venom. So... I think Insomniac has set themselves up for a good series of Spider-Man, and I kind of even think that this is probably even going to be better than the movies.
Yeah. Well, did you hear the song that Eminem did for the movie Venom?
Yeah.
It is awful. It's like he wrote a song and then was told he had to make it about the movie Venom. So just halfway through, he just goes, Venom! And like, that's it.
I haven't heard his album in a minute, so I kind of forgot. I know it's like I know the video kind of represents that, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. Wow. Where can you start with Red Dead Redemption 2? I love it. And this is the story. This isn't Red Dead Online. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a story that has some of the most amazing characters and dialogue when you look at Dutch and you look at Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan develops into such a lovable character, and some of the lines coming from that, him being developed, is so well done. I love the shooting mechanics. I love the horses. I love the open world. I love just coming across people, helping them. And I'm not trying to be funny, like literally, like you can tell that like the developers have seen what Skyrim did and implemented it in this game. Like you can totally tell with some of the unpredictability that happens in this game, and some of the scriptedness too. So this game I think this game is going to do a lot for open world games also, because of the depth of it and how big it is. And I put it over God of War only because it does a little bit more for me when it comes to that aspect. But God of War was amazing too. It's another PlayStation game that has literally two main characters. One's an NPC, one you play as, and they do such a great job and they complement each other so well. So it's just story-driven greatness from Sony. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2, 2018.
And yeah, so I just want to give an honourable mention to Red Dead Redemption 2, because that wasn't one of mine, but you just spoke about that.
Yeah.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Forza Horizon 4.
Ooh,
which is
Forza
it was
4 was
one
good.
of my favourite games of that year.
Forza 4 was good. I played that. That was really good.
Incredible. I love the Forza Horizon series.
It's
so
the best racing game. It is. It really is.
Yeah. And it's not strictly like 100% realistic either. Like they just added the Lego thing.
Yeah.
They've added a battle royale mode to it.
Which is nuts.
It's mental. I did an article about it on
Yeah.
our website, which was mentioned in the ad break earlier. But you can go to we-talk.com and look at a bunch of articles.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2019.
The very last one.
So we talked about this last episode, so we're not going to go too in depth. I don't think. So if you want to hear more about this, head over to our last episode. But mine is of course Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Love the game. I've only played a little bit more of it since the last episode because I've just been so busy. But it does everything it tries to do, and it does it really interestingly. And even though it's a game that should be boring, I was not bored once.
Yeah.
So that's a massive testament to how good that game is.
I'm my honorable mention. I'm gonna say Death Stranding because I haven't played it. I know it's a bit of a niche game. I guess it's a little bit different, and that's what I like about it. And it's Hideo Kojima, and I saw him. That was awesome.
Wait, you saw Hideo Kojima?
Yeah, he was there at the Game Awards.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw him in the flesh.
You were in his presence.
Yes, I was there. Or more, he was in my presence. No, I'm playing. No, he was there, man. It was awesome. I saw a whole bunch of people. Control is an honorable mention. I think that game, I didn't know how important that game was until I went to the Game Awards. Like, people really love that game.
Yeah.
Like, really love it. And apparently it's that good to be nominated as Game of the Year. Another one is The Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds is amazing too. I love it.
Yeah.
It's not too long of a game, but it lets you kind of control how the outcome goes, and it's a really good game. I love it. Of course, mine is Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice for 2019.
Yeah. Just quickly, my honorable mentions before you talk more about Sekiro, if you want, would be they've slipped my mind. What are they? What?
The Outer Worlds.
Just give me a second.
Outer Worlds.
Yeah, Outer Worlds. Incredible game, incredible voice acting, really really fun. Untitled Goose Game is another good one.
Untitled Goose Game's good.
Honestly, I'm gonna say Tetris 99 as well because I've had a lot of fun with that this year. And another honorable mention for my favorite game of this year was the song "Posthumous Forgiveness" by Tame Impala.
What? Just the album? Like...
Just the song. The single was released
a
couple weeks ago.
Wow.
So just the song is one of my game of the years.
It's so good. It's just going in there. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's 6 minutes long. It's about the same time I've put into Skyrim. So
I'm done with you, man. Oh my goodness. 2019 Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. It's absolutely amazing. The combat is amazing. I don't know why people say that it's a hard game. It's not even that hard if you have the right tools. But no, it's great. It has a good little story. It follows everything like Dark Souls is, and I think it like From Software is so good at making games with this kind of mentality, with this kind of flow to it, and it's perfect. It's a really good game. I'm glad it's Game of the Year, and it's my Game of the Year for 2019.
Yeah, okay, so now it's time for us to debate for what is the best game of the decade. So we'll take up all of our nominations, and we've got to come up with the most coveted game of this decade. Again, like I said last week, this is a serious decision. This is going to be going on the front cover of games forever. This is massive.
Are we going to do what we did for Game of the Year and just do like Sekiro?
Well, no, because I know what yours is and I know what yours is and I know what mine is, and I refuse to combine those two together. I refuse.
It's The Legend of Skyrim.
No, it's not a legend. It's bad. Skyrim does not deserve to be melded with Breath of the Wild.
Elder Scrolls V: Breath of the Wild.
No, don't you dare. No, I refuse. Right, so as the person who created the website and created the YouTube channel and uploads the podcast, I have final say, and I say it's Breath of the Wild.
Oh, whatever. Put it
how's
up there.
How's that?
Go ahead.
How's that?
Go ahead and put it up there.
I'll do whatever I want, Curtis.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not allowing Skyrim to be the game of the decade of this podcast. I can't allow it.
Okay.
I'm making it sound like I hate it a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Look, it's just at the end of the day, you got yours, I got mine. I just look when I think of game of the decade, right? I just think of a game that has transcended gaming and pushed it forward.
Yeah.
And the game has done that. Like, the game has done that. And it's maintained, like, the popularity of itself. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Has it, though?
It has. People have channels based off this game, right? Like the modding community. Check out MXR, he's hilarious with Skyrim mods. Like the modding community has done such a fantastic job. Todd Howard has put it on everything plus your mother's back. Like he's done it. Like he's put it on everything. I mean, you can pick up a piece of wood outside and you can probably play Skyrim on it. Like it's literally that accessible.
Yeah, because it's not that good.
How? That doesn't make any sense. Like, that logic doesn't make any sense.
He has to put it on all the consoles so that it actually sells decently, whereas Breath of the Wild
game has
is
already
on
sold well.
2. And, yeah, but...
Breath of the Wild, is Breath of the Wild on Wii U?
It's on Wii U as well.
Oh. Ain't Breath of the Wild on, No, it's only on those 2. Yeah, see, Breath of the Wild's only on 2.
Yeah, because it doesn't need to overcompensate.
Oh yeah,
with all those dumb fridge consoles or whatever. Look, right. I'm willing to say it's The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and then the way we'll combine it is just by adding Skyrim and like font size 12 at the end.
Skyrim.
Is that okay?
I think so. I think you can do a little better. We could do The Legend of Skyrim.
The
Breath of
Elder
Skyrim.
Scrolls Breath of the Wild. The Elder Scrolls Breath of the Wild, I reckon, is the the Breath of Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
Or Skyrim of the Wild.
Skyrim of the Wild. That don't even make sense.
That's not bad.
That don't even make sense.
Shut up. You like Skyrim. Your opinion doesn't matter.
What were we about? Elder Scrolls Breath of the Wild. That was actually straight.
The Elder Scrolls Breath of the Wild. Right.
Yeah. That's
whatever
cool.
You say, Curtis.
The Elder Scrolls Breath. I would play that game. Totally.
It's actually Breath of the Wild. I'm just saying that to make him feel better about himself.
Oh my god.
Should we move on to mystery item segment?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm doing the theme song. Oh, it's mystery item. What happens this week? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. So,
I can't believe you just did that.
I'm putting that in. I'm leaving it in.
That's what he said.